welcome to this introduction to flip preaching. Before I get into what flip preaching is, I want to give a mention and thanks to Andy Fishburn, a Methodist minister on the Isle of Man who has pioneered this idea and shared it with me. Think about the last time you were in a classroom or a lecture theatre or some training at work. I'm guessing you knew the subject that you were about to be taught. You knew it was going to be maths or science or English, or that your workplace has got a new way of doing things and they wanted to share that with you. I'm also guessing that you didn't really have any idea about the content of that time you would spend together until the teacher got up and began to teach. It's not until they share with you the knowledge that they have got and have prepared that you understand what it is you're about to do. Whether in maths it's subtraction or addition or some kind of equation. It's only when the teacher begins to speak that you begin to understand. If you think about the church and preaching, it's been like that for a long time now. You turn up on a Sunday morning, you take your seat, and it's only when the preacher stands up and shares their message that you begin that journey of understanding what it is that God is wanting to say in that time. Now, in the classroom, some teachers wanted to change the dynamic, so they created this idea called flipped teaching. They would prepare a video and they would send it out to their students ahead of the lesson. It would go through basic concepts, principles, the tools and skills needed to understand the subject matter that they would go through in the classroom. It meant that when the students arrived, they were already on the learning journey. They'd already begun to grasp some of the basics and the foundations, and they could be built upon in the lesson time. Flip preaching takes that idea and moves it into the church. A short video will be produced, a bit like this one, that goes through the passages for the Sunday morning. It will look at content and background, some themes that might be in the verses, and maybe some questions for you to mull over. That will be sent out a week ahead of the Sunday morning, and it means that you will be able to live with those verses as the preacher does in the week running up to the Sunday morning. It means that on Sunday morning, it may not just be the preacher that has got something to share. They will bring the message that they feel God has called them to give. But it may be that other people who have prayed, read through, asked questions about this passage in the week before also have little things they want to share with people about what God has said to them. This flip preaching will hopefully help each and every one of us deepen our discipleship. It will allow God to speak to every single one of us as we prepare for Sunday morning. It means in our sermons and our time together, we can go deeper into the scripture and into what God is calling us to do. It means we can ask practical questions about where He is sending us out and how we can transform our communities as well as our own lives through His good news. So flip preaching is a way of changing the Sunday morning dynamic so that it's more than just 2 hours on a Sunday, but instead it's the 7 days before and the 7 days after. It's a way of us continuing to follow Jesus each and every day and deepening our discipleship. I hope you've enjoyed this short introduction, and please look out for our first season of flip preaching that will be coming up.